I committed to the University of Arkansas, and that's where I really blossomed and became the athlete that I was as a professional. I did anything ranging from the 100-meter hurdles to the 4x4. I did the heptathlon for a little bit. I did really well at the SEC track meet, and a couple agents wanted to meet with me to talk potential sponsorships. I signed a contract with ASICS, competed all over the world, and then I almost made the Olympic team in the 2021 Olympic trials. I was 3 spots from making the team. And then the next year, I got injured. And I had kind of been dealing with an injury during 2021, and I just kind of worked through it. But then it just got worse in 2022, and I kind of had to take a step backwards in my career. I did my own research, and I was like, okay, I got to find somebody that can do the surgery that actually knows how to work with athletes. And I found Dr. Bartley in Tyler, Texas, and I went to go see him, and I knew immediately it was going to be the right fit.
I'm Justin Bartley, fellowship-trained, board-certified orthopedic surgeon at Azalea Orthopedics. The focus of my practice is complex sports surgeries and shoulder surgeries, and I did additional training to be able to perform hip arthroscopy at a very high level. The uniqueness of Payton's case is not only that she is a high-level athlete, national champion, competing for the Olympic team, but that she's been able to do that for so long, for years, with an ongoing hip injury. Diagnosis for her hip was femoral acetabular impingement with an underlying labral tear. She had a CAM lesion on her hip, which basically means that the femoral head was not perfectly round. And so whenever she would bend her hip up, it would create abnormal contact between the ball and socket of the hip and tear the labrum, which oftentimes is caught in between those two structures. She'd been struggling with that for several years, and the unique thing about her and the mechanism along with her sport is that her left leg was her leading leg, and that's the hip that had the labral tear in it. So essentially every time she would go over a hurdle leading with the left leg, she was putting herself in the position of impingement. She was bringing those two bones together, worsening the labral tear, but she was able to work through the pain for such a long time. It showed an incredible amount of resilience, an incredible amount of perseverance to be able to do that, and just toughness. And so I could tell that, that's the type of athlete that we just love to work with, because she's interested in getting better. She's resilient, she's tough, she's compliant and smart about the way she's going to do it, and we get to help them get to the point that they're able to compete in their sport without pain.
Literally a month later, came in, did the surgery. It was super easy. I'd never done surgery before, so I was a little nervous. After the surgery, the recovery was it was great. I think because of he did a great job, and then on top of that, I took physical therapy and the recovery stuff very serious. I was doing PT 2 to 3 times a week and then doing all the stuff on my own, which that's what helped me get back into training. And I knew I had a goal. Had the surgery in July, started training again in November. Slowly, because Dr. Bartley told me, he was like, just slowly work your way back to hurdles. And I was like, okay, I can do that. So I did. I took my time, trained all during Christmas break. February, I was full speed running again. I was going over hurdles. I had gone 3 years with horrible hamstring and hip pain. So the fact that I had 0 issues with that was unreal.
And so she returned to hurdling at 4 months and running without any discomfort. And she just really cruised through the post-op recovery after that. I remember looking at her post-op patient-reported outcome measures and her scores, and at 6 months, she was completely perfect with regards to her post-op recovery outcome. She had no issues, she had no pain, no limitation, and she was already back to running hurdles, which was an incredible feat.
Now that it is fixed, I'm able to run around, play with my daughter, run with my athletes at their practices, show them drills, and so honestly, it's just a kind of a testament to just like wrap up my whole story. Like now I'm getting to help the next generation. And so I think that speaks louder.